Hello everyone, welcome to the ITLS Academy. Today we are going to discuss the topic that is your determination of extraneous matter in a soft cheese. So this extraneous matter are what? Before starting the lecture, we have to know that what does this word means. See, extraneous material means that any foreign material present into a food product. Present into a food product, okay, which means that these are not the part of the food product, part of the food product, but they are added into the food product, okay, and this addition may be unintentionally, intentionally, or unintentionally, okay. Like suppose that some bacteria will be contaminated to the food product, then it will also come under the category of extraneous matter, okay. So this is not the part of the food product, but it will be added into the food product either intentionally or either unintentionally, okay. Now the sample that we have is a soft cheese, okay. The soft cheese are also called a cottage cheese, okay. This cottage cheese is the product of curdled milk. Okay, this curdled milk are used to produce this uh, soft cheese or cottage cheese. They are what? They are a mild flavor and they have a mild flavor, creamy and heterogeneous. Okay, so they are what? They are the quality of this soft cheese. Now, the introduction is what extraneous material are what are any foreign substance which are added or which are present into a food, and this will be considered as a objectable. Okay, which means that it will cause damage to the health of the human being or it will create a hazard. Okay, so this extraneous matter are added into the food product or associated with the food product in during the production, storage, or distribution of the food product, okay. So this extraneous material, either it is an animal contaminated, okay, either it is a filled or some objectable matter, okay, and sometimes it is also a unsanitary conditions, okay. They are added into a food product due to the unsanitary condition, okay. Sometimes they are what? They are a decomposed material or the decay of tissue, and it is added into a food product due to the some parasitic or non-parasitic activities, okay. And sometimes some miscellaneous matter will also added into a food product like your sand, soil, glasses, rust, and other foreign substances, okay. Bacterial contamination is excluded from these substances. So what should we do? We are not consider the bacterial contamination in a extraneous matter, okay. Now see what is written in a slide. Extraneous material are any foreign substances in a foods that are associated with the objectable condition or practices in production, storage, or distribution of foods. Extraneous material include filth or objectable matter contributed by animal contamination like rodents, insects, or bird matter, or unsanitary condition. Now, decomposed material or decay tissue due to the parasitic or non-parasitic causes, and miscellaneous matter like your sand, oil, glass, rust, or other foreign substances. But there is an exceptional one. There is a one exceptional here, that is your bacterial contaminated is excluded from this substance. It means that we are not considering the bacterial contamination in a extraneous matter or material, okay. Now the next one is your various methods are there for the isolation of this extraneous matter with from the food product, okay. And it can also available or found in the official method of analysis of AOC, international and is approved in the approved method analysis of AAC International. Okay, it is available in where? Official method of analysis of AOC International and approved method of analysis of AACC International. And it is also presented here a few procedure for some communities which are described based on the AOC method, but the quantity reduced to a half. So what should we do? We are going to describe the AOC method, but the quantity that we use is half. Okay, and it should be used for the food communities. Now the next one is your objective. So objective of the today's experiment is that we have to determine the extraneous matter present into a cottage cheese by using the technique so that we can isolate. Okay, and we have to isolate the extraneous matter. Now see what is written in the slide. The objective of this laboratory is to utilize the techniques. So what should we do? We utilize different techniques so that we can isolate the extraneous matter from various food, that is your cottage cheese. This is the objective of the today's experiment. Now the next one, principle of this experiment is that extraneous material can be separated from a food product by a particle size, sedimentation, and affinity for a oleophilic solution. Okay, so what does that means? That the extraneous material that we want to separate, it can be separate either with the help of either on the basis of particle size, sedimentation, and affinity for the oleophilic solution. Once is isolate the extraneous material, it can be examined the microscopically. Then what should we do? We examine it under the microscope. So first of all, we have to isolate this extraneous matter either by on the basis of particle size, sedimentation, and affinity with the oleophilic solution. Then after that, we have to examine it under a microscope. Now the next one is your chemical used in this experiment. Here we are using only one chemical, that is your phosphoric acid. Case number 7664-38-2, and they are what? They are corrosive in nature. Now the next one is your reagent used in this experiment. So the chemical that we have are phosphoric acid. So we have to convert this phosphoric acid into a reagent. Okay, now the reagent means that we have to prepare a phosphoric acid solution. Okay, now how we prepare it? Phosphoric acid solution, we take 4 to 500 ml, combine 1 part of phosphoric acid with 40 part of deionized distilled water, volume by volume. What should we do? If we take a 1 part of this phosphoric acid, okay, then we dissolve this phosphoric acid into a 40 part of deionized distilled water. Okay, now this is how we prepare the phosphoric acid solution. Now the next one is your hazard precaution and waste disposal. We are using the phosphoric acid solution, so we have to take care that because it is a chemical, and when we handling the chemical, we have to take a extra care. Okay, and along with it, we have to follow the normal laboratory practices. We have to wear a safety glasses, we have to wear a lab coat, we have to wear a proper shoes, we have to wear gloves because we are handling the chemical. Okay, so if the waste which are generated during this experiment, it should be drained out by using the water rinse, but we have also followed the good laboratory practices which are outlined by our environmental health, and we also follow the other safety protocol which are given by our institution. Okay, now see what is written in the slide. Adhere to a normal laboratory safety procedure. Wear our safety glasses at all time. Waste likely may be put down the drain using a water rinse, but follow a good laboratory practices outlined by our environmental health and safety protocol at your institution. So these are the hazard precaution and this is about the hazard precaution and waste disposal. Now the next one is your material used in this experiment. So the first material that we required is a beaker of 1 liter, and this is for a phosphoric acid solution. Okay, when we prepare this phosphoric acid solution, so we kept it into a beaker of 1 liter. Now we also required a beaker of 600 ml so that we can boil our water. Bushnell funnel, cottage cheese of 115 gram. This cottage cheese is what is a sample. Okay, so the sample that we required is a cottage cheese, and the weight of the cottage cheese is around 115 gram. Okay, we also required a filter paper so that if there is any impurities, we can remove it. Impurities can be removed. Now we required a heavy gloves, pipette of 10 ml to prepare a phosphoric acid solution. Okay, pipette bulb or a pump, spoon, sidearm flask of either 500 ml or 1 liter, stirring rod so that we can mix the solution. Mix the solution. Okay, tap water, and the amount of the tap water will be 500 ml, and this is required for a boiling purpose. Tweezers volumetric flask of 500 ml, and this is required so that we can prepare a phosphoric acid solution. Okay, in beaker we store this phosphoric acid solution, and when we have to prepare this phosphoric acid solution, we required a volumetric flask, and along with it we also required a weighing board for weighing the sample. Weighing the sample. Okay, so these are the material that we required for performing the experiment. Now the next one is your equipment. So we required a four equipment. One is your hot plate. Hot plate, again, it's for a heating purpose. We required a microscope for the visualization. We required a top loading balance for weighing, and we also required a water aspirator system. Okay, so these are the list of the equipment that we required when we performing the experiment. Now the next one is your procedure. Okay, so first of all, we have to weigh the cottage cheese around 115 gram. Okay, then after that we have to add our 4 to 500 ml boiling phosphoric acid solution in a 1 liter beaker. Suppose that this is your 1 liter beaker. 1 liter beaker. Now into it, what should you have to do? You have to add a 400 to 500 ml boiling phosphoric acid. Okay. Then after that, you have to also add 115 gram of this cottage cheese. Okay. Then after that, you have to continue stir it by the glass stirring rod so that continuously to disperse the cottage cheese, so that this cottage cheese should be dispersed. Okay, then we have to filter it with the help of filter paper in a Bushnell funnel. By using this Bushnell funnel, what should we do? We filter it. Then with the help of vacuum, we created a water aspirator, and do not let the mixture accumulate on the paper, and continually wash it with a filter with a stream of hot water to prevent the clogging. So for preventing the clogging, what should we do? We wash it with the hot water, and make sure that this cheese mixture is hot as it is filtered. Okay, then after filtration, we again add a hot water or a phosphoric acid solution until the paper will be clear. Okay, and may also we use a 1 to 5% of alkali or a hot alcohol to add in a filtration, and then we resume the addition of sample and water until the sample is filtered. Now the next one is your result. Okay, so the result is what? Then what should we do? We examine this filter paper into a microscope. Okay, then after that, if there any extraneous material are present in if there is any extraneous material present into a cheese, then it will be shown into a microscope. because it will be present in the filter paper, and when we see the filter paper into a microscope, then it can be visible. Okay, so this is all about the determination of extraneous material in a cottage cheese. If you have any query related to this topic, you can ask us in a comment box, and for a further detail, you can follow the ITLS Academy on different platforms, that is your Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, and subscribe ITLS Academy on YouTube and get our app from a Google Play. You can also ask your query to the helpline number that are already mentioned in your slide, and you can visit our website, that is www.itlsacademy.com. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any query, just let us know in a comment box.